somebody, I forget, somebody knew somebody. We knocked them out, and they were pretty funny actually. One time, yeah.
It was the barber, Bob Blake.
Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I think Cece got hypnotized when she was here years ago, and you have to take them out in the hall to hypnotize them, or take them in the studio and hypnotize them.
Yeah, you can't do it on air.
You can't do it on there because somebody driving could go off the road.
Yeah, that happens all the time. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, well, the funniest one, we always talk about Charlie next door. Sure.
Oh man, he gets knocked out real easy.
Tommy doesn't believe it. All Rich is going to do is open his mouth and say something. Charlie's gone.
He's knocked out. Yeah.
And you don't think it's the gin martinis?
He's seen the show so many times.
Yeah.
That he gets knocked out just by walking into the room. And so he's got to when I'm doing the induction, he's got to leave.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is.
I love it.
Oh yeah, and Mark came out last night and says, watch Charlie.
Yeah.
And Bev kept hitting him, his wife kept hitting him so he wouldn't go under.
I remember the first time that we did it, he didn't realize what was going to happen to him. He woke up, he had spaghetti all over his face because his dish was on the bar, and next thing he face planted into the spaghetti bowl.
Yeah, that was amazing. Sorry, Charlie, didn't mean to bring that up.
Yeah,
Rich
really.
Guzzi joins us. Doing hypnotism for how many years?
Oh man, I've been doing the show for about 15. But I was doing it a little bit before that when I didn't even know you could make a show about this stuff.
Yeah.
So it was just like fooling around and doing it with my friends.
It is. People talk about your show year round.
Yeah, it's one of those things where what it is because it's so personal. It's one thing like you see a funny show, you hear a guy tell some jokes or whatever, and then you leave and sometimes you don't even remember the jokes. You try to say it, but hey, that was really funny last night.
Yeah.
But with this, it's like, hey, Charlie was on stage. He's not gonna believe what he did, and they talk about it.
It's visual, and
yeah.
yeah. All right, here we get a phone call. Good morning, you're on the show.
Oh man, thanks for the kind words, bro. That's it was a great group last night. I mean, a sold out Wednesday. It was just great. An awesome crowd, awesome subjects on stage. We had this one guy on stage, man, it was a big guy who could dance. And,
Really?
Yeah, he really was, man. He had a great personality too. After the show, I talked to him a little bit, and he was a really good guy. Oh, very cool. And then also we had that special Sunday show where you can bring your entire family. Too,
Sunday may be the only day you can get tickets because I know they were going very fast. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday might have been already sold out as of yesterday.
It's close. He said they had a few left, so if you're going to do it, you can go on the website, Pisani.net, and order your tickets right online. He's actually selling tickets online.
Oh yeah, it has been for a while, but he was closing, I thought, online for Saturday night, and Friday was very close. So call today after 10 over there. Good morning. Well, the roller coaster, you said Cam was deathly afraid of roller coasters. She went up, and she went on that ride. She had fun on that ride.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks, Gino. I-75 northbound is now closed from, I would think it's below Harborview now, all backed up there. The helicopter's landing due to personal injuries up there. Mile marker's 175, so get off at 170 if you can, or get off even before that. Jeff Collins and Rich Guzzi. Now, your dutiful assistant is sitting next to you. Will you introduce her to everybody?
This is my lovely assistant / girlfriend, Joe.
And Joe,
she's been with me for a long time, and she's a great hypnotist as well.
Yeah, but people come back, and you're getting ready. Joe's out in the room, and people come and say, "Hi, how are you?" They greet her like they've known her for long friends. Because
she's been doing the show with me for years.
But I think you've taken some of them that I've seen out of hypnosis when they get hypnotized in their seat, and there's no room for them up there.
Last night was amazing. There was actually 7 people that got hypnotized in the audience last night, and we only had room for 2. And one lady was on stage the time before when Rich was here, and I actually had to stop her when she got hot. She thought that it was time to take everything off. Her husband hasn't having a great time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But she was so sweet, and she's like, "Thank you for taking me out of hypnosis so she could watch the show this time."
The way you do it, you and Rich work well together. Rich is standing up on stage. You know, you got to put out fires in all the different spots in the
Right,
room.
exactly. You know, it's really funny. You know, I've been a comedian for like 30 years.
Yeah.
So I know, like, everybody in the business. There's only 100 comedy clubs in the country, like, legitimate comedy
Yeah.
clubs. So we know pretty much everybody. You know, and everybody knows us. You know, we've been doing it for a long time. And when they see us do the show and they see Joe, they're like, you know what? She's the best assistant at this, you know, as there's ever been. Because there's other guys doing, you know, the hypnosis show.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she's turned this into like an amazing, you know, profession, an amazing job, because, you know, she hypnotizes as well, where most of the assistants don't.
They kind of act like Vanna White.
Yeah, they get like, you know, the Vanna White, oh, look, are they doing fantastic, funny stuff?
Applause, everybody!
Yeah, you know, applause for my boyfriend, you know. But she's actually, you know, an integral part of the show, because she'll cherry pick a lot of those great subjects from the audience that if we have an empty seat on stage,
Okay.
she'll bring them up, and we have like, sort of 3 shows going on at the same time.
And that's one of the questions I want to ask today of you, and I'm glad you came, by the way, is how do you know, or is there a giveaway that you're looking for on how a person reacts and how they're going to be good on stage? Because I can't fit, I mean, we can sit back there, we can tell who's not hypnotized, who's hypnotized, and, you know, the crew back in the back corner, we go, no, that one's not, no, they're gone. Joe's going to kick them out from there, take them out. And how do you pick the subjects to go up on stage? Because most of the people that come from the audience are some of your best subjects.
Yes, they knocked out good.
Yeah, well, 10 to 20% of people are natural subjects, so the people that go out in the audience, you know, have a gift. They have that power and they have that energy. And then you just have to kind of play with them a little and see how they react. If they're have a real conservative personality and they're not reacting real well, you know, when you say, you know, you're getting really, really hot, and they kind of just sit there and fan a little bit, you're like, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
But if they're like really animated, you're like, oh, I have to get them on stage.
Yeah.
Like there was a lady last night who just passed out on the table. Like she just flat out, her head was flat. It's like she's going to be fantastic.
And was she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now Rich, let's cure up a myth. Intelligent people, true or false now, intelligent people can't get hypnotized.
No, it's the other way around. Yeah, the smarter you are, the easier it is to hypnotize. The real idiots, those are the guys you got to struggle to get it out of them. I mean, like, you know, every once in a while you see some people just dumb as a post. And man, you can get them hypnotized, but you can't get them doing anything because,
They just walked around in La La Land.
yeah, their brain is not functioning, like, you know, on a great level. So listen, if you're dumb in real life, you're going to be dumb hypnotized too.
It doesn't give you a personality.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All right, wait, I got a question. I got to come back to it. Take a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Rich Guzzi.
How's it going, buddy? Yeah, that's a good question actually. You know, basically, you know, being a stage hypnotist, you got to learn how to do this stuff quick because, you know, listen, there's people drinking. It's in a bar. You know, there's all kinds of stuff. There's food plates going in and out. So if you don't do it quick, you run the risk of not getting anybody hypnotized. So we learn new techniques, you know, that we keep practicing to get really, really good at it. I mean, believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but the 4-minute induction that we do on stage is actually longer than it would normally take me. I can knock somebody out in like 30 seconds. But the problem with that is if I did, then what happens is the audience would look at it like, wait a minute, how did he get him from there to there? And now he's doing all this wacky stuff. They don't even believe it with most people, they're like, how did he get him from even 4 minutes? So even that they think is fast. So if I did it in 30 seconds, they'd be like, oh man, this can't be real.
You're in deep hypnosis when you go to the smoking cessation. And Rich does that as well.
Yeah, I get people to quit smoking all the time. Yeah, I know, exactly. I mean, I do it for people after the show all the time. And plus, I actually have a CD program that you listen to. You don't even need me. You listen to the CD program, and what happens is, that way if you screw it up, like, you know, like you said, you quit for 7 years, you have 1 cigarette, and you're back to square one again. Actually, you just need to reload the software. So you throw the disc back in the computer, you listen to it, and you're back in the game again.
Thanks, Tommy. The first guy that called.